I'm Matthew. I'm 21 years old and I go to the University of Southern Mississippi.
Growing up, what did you hear about gay and lesbian people? Did you ever hear anything?
Um, Actually not a whole lot, but the stuff that I did hear was negative. Be it just something that, my parents would kind of say randomly or based on something they saw on TV or someone on the side of the street or and occasionally stuff was said in church about it. Not very often, but it was said, and it was obvious that it wasn't accepted basis. There were a few girls that came out as lesbian in high school. I didn't see personally what they went through, but I heard a lot of stuff that was said behind their backs that was negative.
Do you remember any of it?
Just general, not anything in particular. It was just generally negative slurs, things about them. When I actually came out to them, it was really interesting. Lots of silence. My mother cried. Dad just kind of didn't say a whole lot. And not much was said that night, but they started calling for the next week heavily, the entire family, and just trying to figure out why, and wanting to know what they did wrong or things like that. And it was a shock to them, I guess, because I hid it so well from them most of the time. I would like them to see, and as well, not just them, but like all the parents out there that are doing stuff like this, to see the way they're reacting. And I understand that they see it as they're doing what they're doing out of love, but what they're doing is actually causing so much harm to their children. I'm on my third course of antibiotics in a month's time, and I mean, I guess somebody could say, well, he's just been sick, but I know it's because I'm stressed. My immune system's pretty much just not working. If this course that I'm on now ends up not working, I'm going to have to actually go to a specialist and see what they can do, an ear, nose, throat doctor. So, I don't even know how I'm going to pay for that. So that's yeah. And then the emotional stress. I've been greatly blessed by having friends and support groups, but it really doesn't surprise me that so many people see suicide as the only option.
When you say it doesn't surprise you, I'm not hearing that you're saying you want to do that, but tell me why you said it doesn't surprise you.
Well, if I was in the situation I am right now and I didn't have people to turn to, where would I go? I mean, I have no money, no job. I'm gonna have to move out at the end of next week. I have a car note. I have a phone bill. I have nothing to, no way to pay those, or I'm still trying to get a job. If I didn't have friends, I would have nothing right now.
As a gay man, do you feel safe physically here?
I think so. I've only had really one instance of somebody really being critical of my sexual orientation here, and that probably wouldn't have even happened had I not. They were joking. There were two people joking, and it kind of offended me, and I made it known. And I made it known by telling them that I was gay, and I didn't appreciate it. And I didn't feel threatened, but they kind of did some of the same stuff my parents did. That's not right. That's in the Bible. You're not supposed to do that. I just laughed it off. But one friend, his roommate, he gets in a lot of trouble. But I personally haven't experienced any violence, and I'm really grateful for that. But it wouldn't surprise me if something did happen. I did not really know anyone. I mean, I knew one or two people on campus that I had went to high school with or knew through other people, but I had no really good friends on campus until I went to a GSA meeting, and that's when I really started to get to know people and become involved on campus. And there's so much confusion and just there's so many misunderstandings about LGBTs out there, and not just within the student bodies, but within the administration and the teachers as well, that really needs to be addressed. I think they need to know how to deal with it, and they need to understand how much harm it causes when they let name calling and bullying continue and don't say anything about it. And particularly, we've heard cases of students, teachers themselves that have said things that are offensive, and that really needs to be addressed. That's probably one of the first things that needs to be addressed, and then the students.